And to Mike, thank you for the financial report. Mike and his team do just an excellent job with our financials. So good morning. 2020, what an extraordinary year. Perry digressed a little bit, and I will as well. I know we're all thrilled to see 2021 and move on after all the trials and tribulations of 2020. And since we've all lived through it, I'm not going to dwell on it any longer than necessary, but we do need to reflect on it this past year for the report. So for 2020 started for Key Cooperative back in October of 19 with our fiscal year. And of course, if you guys remember back, it was a long, wet fall, a lot of drying gas, struggles with getting that moved, limited field work done. And by March, 6 months in, it was going great. I mean, we had a great year going. Feed, energy, agronomy, grain, all tracking well ahead of what we had projected, and had a great year on the books. And then, of course, in March, the pandemic arrived. So our activity, our economy ground to a halt. And that threw off the demand for fuel, feed, grain. We set up a task force with my team to ensure that we maintained operational and business continuity for the members. And we had to change the way that we did business to protect each other from really an unknown virus and the havoc that it might wreak, which we're still doing, which is difficult for all of us. But there is hope as we see the vaccines deployed, and we will see a return to normalcy, hopefully here in 2021, when we can again start to congregate together as we have in the past. Then in August 10th of the derecho hit, the inland hurricane, flattening fields for many of our members, doing unprecedented damage and destruction, creating a lot of chaos, as Perry referenced, and making the harvest season extremely difficult for everyone, and creating a tale for us, all of us, financially and operationally. So Key sustained damage at every single one of our locations, 5 very significantly, and 4 of those locations needing not just to be repaired, but to be redesigned and rebuilt for the future. So beyond the significant financial and operational impacts from these challenges, I think we do need to recognize and appreciate the substantial efforts that were exhibited by our members, our employees, and our directors working together as essential workers in an essential industry and as essential business partners to preserve and to persevere and overcome. So we are pleased to share with our members that despite these challenges of the past year, that we did complete a successful year in 2020, both financially and operationally. And as Mike shared, we will be distributing patronage to our members and have, as well as a Section 199, we were able to push out about $2.5 million in patronage, half in qualified, half in non-qualified. And we do have a graphic that Sarah and her team put together. And as you can see, that equates to about, on agronomy, the 2.4%, about $6.24 an acre. The 2 cents on grain, roughly $4 an acre. On grain services, roughly $2.38 an acre. On fuel, about 10 cents an acre at 1 3/4 cents, and then the DPAD at just under 10 cents. About 1978, virtually $20 an acre. So we are thrilled to see the cooperative system functioning as it should and pushing this cash, as Mike went through, back out to the members. So first and foremost, we do remain very grateful for your business. Doing business with your business affirms and encourages your dedicated employees and our directors that we're doing our part to be essential business partners. Our employees have worked diligently these past 12 months to meet your needs, adapting to the challenges presented by a pandemic and a natural disaster. Directors who have decisively confronted these difficulties, determined to preserve your equity, improve your assets, and pursue opportunities for growth. They've been considerate and supportive of the efforts to repair, rebuild, and reposition your cooperative for success and to serve the members' needs today and well into the future. So we have continued to see our membership grow by over 3.5% this year to 1,792, and over 11% these past 3 years. Fortunately, we've also made good progress on servicing our long-term debt, reducing our leverage, which will make a significant difference as we face the task of rebuilding and reinvesting in our grain assets and facilities in the coming year. Operationally, your cooperative continues to experience growth and see improvement across every one of our core business units. The agronomy team has continued to see growth in acres served and market share across the territory. Despite the challenges from a shortfall and a pandemic, our agronomists and locations delivered and applied record amounts of anhydrous and dry fertilizer in a matter of weeks, literally this spring, and also did a record fall this fall. The energy team topped last year's best fiscal year in history and set a new record for this year, and continue to update equipment, provide unmatched service and support for our members and our communities. The feed business unit rebounded well in the last quarter, nearly matching last year's performance, despite the slowdown in feed and protein as our producers waited for the packing industry to adjust to the pandemic. And the grains group went through unprecedented market turbulence, on and off demand, watching the market carries flip to inverses, and that was before the derecho hit. So I continue to be amazed by how well our employees and our members and partners went and knocked out what was a harvest that was left under some extraordinary circumstances. So despite all the challenges, we're excited for the potential that a new year brings. We're eager to build for the future and provide valuable assets, enhance market access for our members. Working together as essential business partners, we're committed to provide the members with secure access to markets, marketing tools and services, leverage emerging technology and innovation while pursuing environmentally sound and socially acceptable methods to be successful. The future will always bring both uncertainty and opportunity. We wouldn't want it any other way. I am excited for the future. I know we will emerge more resilient and determined as we build towards a successful future together. So now we'll hear from our business units. And our first report will be Brent Deppe, our head of operations, and he will cover the agronomy division report.